So, is there a game number 3? Yes, there is. Oh, BFko. Black Forest. Okay, so at this point we can be there for just even correcting the score so that we know how the first game went. I'm gonna be possibly trying to get it somewhere and stream it, but I'm not entirely certain when and how, because it's unfortunately not on .NET for whatever reason, and therefore can't be helping myself to the game, so gonna be having to wait for the upload. So I guess it's gonna be on another day. I'm gonna be definitely streaming on Thursday. We're gonna be doing some further games at 19 GMT. There's gonna be Czech Republic B versus Germany I want to be streaming that for sure. So Thursday we're gonna be having some session. Tomorrow I'm gonna be doing Age of Mythology. I think there is at 19 GMT some match for Nations Cup, but I'm not gonna be streaming that. AOM time for me. So we'll see. Maybe we're gonna be having some time on Thursday. But let's therefore see the resolution at this point and who's gonna be advancing forward and further from the match between Italy C and Switzerland C as well as Black Forest with apparently quite a lot of beaches or birches in the middle, which is gonna be there for the Central European biome. Do we have Bohemians? Yeah, nope, not even Polish, for example, are gonna be available here. So let's therefore see what's gonna be the choke points. Plenty of pawns, like, wow, seriously, plenty pawns. Almost like one per player. Oh yeah, one per player actually. They're just gonna weirdly spawn, so it's not necessarily next to the people. And maybe it should be next to. But you can see Blue Wallin, of course, getting himself also quite nice extra piggies here to be shared with Wali Zümftig, as you have apparently quite some replacements in the game. As also Plissken is gonna be playing for Italians. That's also a replacement on that side. No, yeah, well, one player on each side from the previous game. That's so far what we see here. That is so far what we see. So far it also looks like that Grey is not gonna be entirely all that intent on the Wallin yet, so he's gonna be, I guess, just doing it a bit later. But they also do have a bit of an interesting position in them, because this is Celt on the flank. Huh. I almost wonder if maybe he wanted to be doing some Drash or whatever. But, yeah, well, not sure if they're making too much of a sense. Much better usage for the Celts elsewhere, in my opinion. But he could be just playing them, I guess, also for the vote traders. That's maybe what he's gonna be doing as the other civilizations for... this reminds me slightly of the Norwegians. Norwegian, actually, a show match against France that we streamed last week, where the Norwegians were just kind of like heading with all 4 scouts into enemy economy and actually killed about, I don't know, 3 villages or how many in the early minutes of the game. So even raiding on Black Forest can be quite a bit effective. So this is gonna be walled. In the middle we still do have one hole right now available. Bit of a strange one, because you can see this is... Huh. No. I was going to say maybe choke point, but this is the size of the screen, so that's not a choke point really. Gonna have to be walling about here, I'm thinking. The team from Switzerland. As therefore Swiss, no, as it's mentioned therefore, so gggmeuer is gonna be playing with Celts, very strange position in here. Then we're gonna be having his pocket to be hoiduloi, playing with the Teutons. So they're gonna be paladins. Yeah, should be paladins. Probably not siege. I wonder what the Khmer are gonna be then playing in the middle. If it's gonna be some ballista elephant nonsense, or probably guess standard elephants, which then though opens a bit of an opportunity, because the Teutons could be therefore played for the siege, and therefore they're gonna be playing a bit of an old school version of Khmer onto the elephants. It's not entirely something you see too often, but frankly on something like Black Forest, where you have plenty time to boom and you don't necessarily need the speed for the elephants, and you do have the tasks upgrade for them for the attack, it actually can be a bit interesting, maybe refreshing even after some time. And the last player on the left flank is going to be Betstar, and he's going to be playing with Koreans. No. War wagons, or probably towers, I guess. Or he could be theoretically also sieging. You can see that's very strange. They're having classic siege civilizations on the flanks. And then they're having good pockets, sure. But I'm hoping they're having good idea what they want to play and how, as far as the siege weapons. because this maybe could be getting a bit complicated, and hopefully they're not gonna be doing too many things at once. No, but for the other team, therefore, for Italy C, Naps FAUSTO will be playing with, well, his home Italians, apparently. Going to be right now having about three fishing spots, it looks like. But, well, frankly, lately everybody's gonna be ponding, even if it's gonna be having only 2 fish. So one in the middle is gonna be effectively neutral, and that does have 4 currently. 4 fishing spots and also plenty piggies available. That could be also interesting to take for somebody. As the Wali is also right about now gonna be almost done. No, and he... Sure, I mean, I guess a nice wall, but he would also have to be wall in here. And unless they're gonna be making, like, multi-walls, then I'm just gonna thinking of placing wall exactly there. And potentially here would have been slightly better. But... apparently not what I want to be doing too much. Okay, this is gonna be probably heading into a little fun. But nothing too serious. There's not any kind of leopard here. It's way too far away at this point. It's gonna be most probably stopping here, right? Presto. Yep. No need to be going anywhere further. Whereas gggmeuer is actually gonna be having to fight the leopard. Does have loom, so he's not gonna be completely dead. But yeah, he's gonna be having to wait actually for his turn to be able to finish with wall here in the middle. For the other civilizations, for the Italians, Elefante Effervescente is gonna be playing with the Saracens, therefore. Interesting sieve into the pocket, so that's gonna be for the camels, therefore, Mamelukes maybe. Or it could be theoretically maybe for the siege as well, because they do have siege on ease. Maybe. Tough to say so far what's gonna happen from them. Other pocket will be there for HSL Plissken, who's gonna be playing with Slavs, that's a classic. Probably there for siege and halberdiers. Could be though, also boyars, they have been very popular lately. From the Slavs in the pockets, and we do have the last one, Turk, no, and I guess we gonna be knowing and having quite a bit of a clearer idea what actually he's going to be doing. We have also seen lately a fairly popular build into hand cannoneers. Now basically, like, if I remember it, we have seen 2 times, if I'm not mistaken, in the show matches for the Nations Cup, and both times they were played for hand cannoneers and then potentially also bombard towers. And logically, artillery for the normal bombards as well, of course. But that's a bit of a given, right? It's not anything too surprising. So the first villages are on the way, with the last ones being so far for Wali, that's Zümftig. That means the Khmer. And then also for FAUSTO, who's gonna be playing with the Italians on the other flank. So far the walling is really a bit strange, because it's effectively open, right? There is still the path here through the mid. But it doesn't seem like that really Pet Star is gonna be having any kind of thought with at all. Gonna be probably happy to boom, and we'll see after what happens in the big warfare, which is gonna be also maybe a bit of a question then for the king, what he's gonna be doing here from OS clan. Maybe he's not gonna be trying to go for some castle push even with the Turk, because you theoretically can be doing that as well. But looking right now at the fishies, that's probably not gonna be entirely... No! I mean, like, you can actually play it with both. So, let's gonna wait and see. Let's wait and see instead of doing some empty predictions. Yeah, I'm thinking this wall is making sense. Hopefully he's gonna be also able to place the wall here anyway a bit later. Because this is gonna be just a bit of a long wall. And plenty plays here for the opponents to get set up. Drop some castle, got plenty military buildings and everything. So, yeah. Thinking they want to be maybe a bit more careful there for as well. And maybe just gonna try it somewhere later, if they can be blocking this a bit more reasonably. But finally, the last wall also coming up. But we do have also Leopard here. But he is full hit point. Full hit points, so therefore it's not gonna be an issue in the end. First castle ages for Hoiduloi and Zümftig. Then we do have Plissken. That's gonna be already from the Italians, therefore 1 in there. No, and hopefully everybody's gonna be using the pawns. So far it seems like that they are. Instead of, or besides that one, of course, in the middle, that is still gonna be left open here. Korean also using that, even double wall in, just to make sure. 1 here for the Khmer, second hasn't been taken yet. 1 pawn for hoiduloi. And we're gonna be, of course, pawnless to the bottom for gggmeuer. Whereas you have seen the king was already taking it. Now this is gonna be a bit of a strange map, like really it should be kind of turbo with all the water that we have. And I'm thinking it's already somewhat showing, but we'll see how much turbo it's going to be. If it's gonna be motivating somebody to maybe start with the aggression a bit earlier. But so far it really feels to me it's gonna be a bit of a slower game. And we're gonna have to wait a bit longer before we are going to be fully ready for some attacks. Double wall in from grey. No, single wall in, right? Yeah, single wall in. Double is from red. Just gonna showcasing that he really doesn't want to be broken through, so therefore it's gonna be, I guess, maybe a bit more of a gloomy approach therefore from him when he gets into Castle Age. Otherwise for the echo so far, somebody behind, no, probably somebody who doesn't have fish. So that's going to be Plissken, yes, and gggmeuer, making sense. Otherwise also hoiduloi is quite a bit low at only 30. Having just 3 fishing boats so far. But he's also in the Castle Age. And right now getting wheelbarrow, so I guess that's gonna be also one of the reasons behind why he is behind in the first place. And apparently blue is gonna be taking the advantage of the extra pond, nice. I was thinking that it's a bit of a shame not to be actually taking it by either side. So I'm liking that the initiative is right now coming up. No, and at least blue is gonna be learning that he's not gonna be able to go through anywhere further. But this is still gonna be a good opportunity for him to drop a few more walls here. And really just gonna like secure this position. Because right now he should be dropping a wall there against the opponent, potentially here to the bottom. So that he can be better protecting the pond and therefore maybe even secure this for his team for some kind of just like a military setup later. Or kinda later. He'll already kinda get in there. He had good time in. As you can see right now, that's gonna be the first attack coming from Meuer with a few siege weapons. No, and King, he's not entirely ready for that. Getting the Castle Age, and he is not getting any stone. So, of course, not early castle for him. And he's gonna be therefore having to defend with an early mango. Yeah, he most probably just wanted to be going for some... Oh, apparently not DC necessarily. Because obviously if you are going to be having so many stone walls, then also you're gonna be missing the stone if you don't get there. So that's also something I didn't notice before, but right now it's making sense that therefore it's going to be attempt on the fast Imperial and therefore the bombards with the hand cannons now, so somewhat of a standard gameplay it looks like that we are used to lately. Otherwise it's gonna be 3, 4 TCs for yellow, for the Slav, 1, 2, 3, 4 TCs for the Saracen together with the dog. Sure, maybe could be using one extra dog here as well. For more efficiency, not sure. And straight now 2 for the Italians with 3 TCs for him. Blue is going to be, of course, utilizing both of the dogs in there. And so far, 2 Townsenders. Also having a bit of an army already ready. If he can maybe somehow surprising the opponent. Whereas through the bottom, yeah, getting deeper and deeper. But with the Mangonels here in the defensive, it's probably going to be becoming a lot more challenging. Though the hit points are not really high. And can see a bit of an interesting fight. Of attention and apparently also micro in, and it's gonna be going for gggmeuer so far, who's gonna be there for successfully breaking through, and now it's gonna be up to, oh well, paying attention, and they didn't, and yeah, well, of course, shoot into the hole. King spending a lot of actually time on this, which maybe could be resulting into some idols. So far he's having 3 villages idle. Oh, getting a new Mangonel, and yep, gonna be having the correct waypoint. Just kinda hoping that he's not gonna be sending actually straight into the Knights, but this is actually a fairly interesting combo for hoiduloi and him, so therefore hoiduloi is going to be at 2 TCs, as you can see 2 villages getting made, whereas the Khmer will be having 4 town centers and 1 dock, still, only 1 dock really, he's not even using a second pond, with 4 fish on top of it. That's a bit of a shame, unfortunately. But, well, the much more important action is currently going on here to the south. And it's going to be, no, at least a bit of a small victory here for red. And as long as he can be keeping the Mangonels alive, and of course at least like 1 villager rebuilding, then it's gonna be alright. And it seems like that he exactly is. So good job. Nice attempt by hoiduloi with Meuer. But defensive by king. Not like impeccable, but definitely good. Definitely good and well done. Double wall in just to make sure. Of course, right now some reinforcement from Plissken. Just in case, even though he had to be kind of abandoning the idea because the archers were just way too close. But in the end, he's gonna be also in... Like, he's gonna be fine. It's not the Saracen against him, so... Should be taking ages to actually break through the walls. And by then, he should be also well ready with whatever he wants to be doing. And wonder if it's gonna be still the siege, or if it's going to be, for example, the castles there for and the boyars. Now he's getting castle. So tough to say, because obviously the siege weapons can always come in anyway. So you'll have to wait and see. Therefore, what's gonna happen there. Still actually trying to make it work right now, Meuer. Not giving up. I mean, like, actually, he's not entirely wrong, because you can see he's gonna be almost through here. So that's a good opportunity if maybe Teal is going to be there for sending everything through that he has. But he doesn't seem to be having anything more here. Unfortunately. Yes, he's gonna be trying to break elsewhere. Yeah, they're just not entirely communicating too well, but... Oh, whoa! They're actually trying to do it as a couple. Ah! Completely forgot that this hasn't been actually walled by the bottom team. By the Italians. So therefore Switzerland is having quite a good chance to maybe right now get through even. And with something quite a bit serious, unfortunate friendly fire. Okay, and unfortunately they entirely put enough damage into that. And therefore, more horses coming in, potentially some siege weapons as well, as this is gonna be therefore right now crumbling for king, even though he was doing quite a good job for the longest time possible. No, right now at 50 villages, which is even with the fish, quite a bit lower than everybody else, and now it's not going to be getting too much better. Same as right now in the mid, we're gonna be trying to break through into yellow. And well, at this point he's gonna be still making the trip back, because that's right now the direct opening, whereas in the middle we are still having plenty walls in place. It's like one of the horses trapped here, but it's gonna be only one. I wonder if somebody's gonna be saving him, or if he's gonna be saving himself, because he can of course right now pull down the palisade wall easily. Fortunately not. He's gonna get murdered by the TC. But otherwise, that's gonna be well upgrade. Well, the good upgrades. 1 and 1 so far on them. He's gonna be getting a second handcart, for example. But he get ready also for Imperial Age for the Khmer. But also Plissken, Effervescente, and also last one is going to be FAUSTO. So the whole left flank for the Italians is actually getting through into Imp. So right now it's gonna be up to King to possibly lose as long as possible. To keep losing as long as possible, so that he's not gonna be broken through too quickly. And would be definitely liking Plissken to drop a few walls here, just to be preventing some easy breakthrough. Thinking that really needs to happen. Can say it now is gonna be at 1 castle. And yeah, okay, so it's looking like maybe it's a kind of weird combination. So far it feels like that is more for the defensive than anything else. As there's of course the path through the bottom and unfortunate lack of walling for Plissken. But otherwise, looks like maybe some standard siege and infantry. Ergo halberdiers as the gameplay for him. Yeah, this TC is of course gonna get destroyed very easily. Same one is gonna be right now following the fate. Well, the one to the right is gonna be following the same fate as well. Something new. For example, Pet Star, the Korean, is gonna be also trying to get into Imperial Age. Has he already gotten somehow through with the archers? I don't think he did, right? No, he didn't. Can say now still gonna be right now camping around. And that's gonna be the Italian ready. Few siege weapons to defend with, and of course some Genoese crossbowmen on top of it. Ah, and apparently ballista elephants really will be a thing here for the Khmer. And they of course are gonna be quite a bit dangerous, because first, good statistics, right now actually even elites, the pierce resistance for example, but much more importantly, they're gonna be able to cut through anywhere they want, going through the forest. So they're gonna be extremely dangerous units here. No, at least halberdiers are ready here against steel, so that's gonna be working well. Red, no, gonna be hoping to somewhat run away, but he's having kind of a bit of a complication with that. You see at least here to the south, discovered as well by Teal, but won't be probably able to stop it. Yeah, King is not gonna be having too much of a good fun game here. He's gonna be losing all the 10 villages here as well, so he's gonna be down to about 30 possibly. But at least some further protection on the villages. And for the villages is in place. No, and now it's gonna be all about if yellow will be therefore able to save his teammate, as he's even getting some condottieros just as a different infantry unit that he doesn't have to be upgrading. So without having to invest into like the longswordsman or whatever nonsense is like that. No, and on the left side that's going to be of course the further push by the Switzerland, and well, plenty of Camelinos right now for the Saracens, so he is going for the camels here. It's gonna be of course quite a bit of an interesting unit here, even against the elite ballista elephants, but nonetheless the archers might be also helping here from the Korean, but he also should be going into halberdiers himself. You can see the infantrymen are gonna get trained soon, getting pikemen, and well, in the meantime all kinds of upgrades like chemistry, ballistics, forging, bracer as well, increasing the attacks therefore, and quality of it, and precision of it. So definitely could have been using a bit more villages on this castle here. But okay, Imperial Age, the last one is going to be for hoiduloi, as we're not even mentioning King, because he's going to be taking a lot longer before he's maybe even having a chance for anything along those lines. Already bombards ready to counter the castle here, with a good chance on this castle actually getting finished for the Italian. Again, maybe a few more villages could have been useful. Whereas Red is gonna be safe and secure as far as not being eliminated from the game. Though that doesn't mean that his base needs to be secured. But so far, it looks like that it's going to be, as Plissken is able to right now save him, plug the hole, and therefore it's gonna be taking, again, more effort for Teal and Grey to be pushing through again. Okay, so all the way to the top looks actually fairly solid for the Italians. Yeah, they're actually looking kind of quite a bit alright in general. So you do have right now for them Pet Star at 101, that's going to be there for the Switzerland. Zümftig is going to be at 126, 103 for hoiduloi and Meuer at 111. Whereas we are having 137, 142, 155 for Plissken, Effervescente and FAUSTO. And of course King is going to be at only 40, but the other three players are really damn well started. And frankly, that could be way more than even enough for the whole team maybe to even get the victory. We'll see, they're gonna be able to do so. It's gonna be really mostly up to Plissken to be able to hold effectively two players at once here. And so far, since they are not even in any kind of serious way ready, then he should be able to do so fairly easily. Whereas through the mid he is at least, no, not fully double walled. Should be maybe dropping the double wall here as well, just in case somebody wanted to break through. No, but the top part is looking quite a bit evident in favor of right now Italy scene. You know, it looks like it maybe the comeback in the match might be quite a bit of a reality here. Losing after the first game 0-1, but Arabia's their home map working well. Not right about now Black Forest as the home map for the other team. No, seems to be also going pretty damn well currently for the ones from the south of Europe. A long time since I've actually seen ballista elephants. A long time indeed. Oh, but they're actually quite a bit murdering the archers here though. Well, the crossbowmen. But nonetheless, the numbers are still in their favor. So you do have about, in general, what is it, 70, 80, about like 140 units for the Italians. Whereas Switzerland, the Swiss, they are having currently about 30, about like 60 units maybe. So basically like half of the army, so that's not entirely that much of a good result, considering also the fact that we are having effectively 3 versus 4 currently, before the King is going to be somewhat actually ready to participate somewhat seriously again, as he's having literally 2 military units, but he's working on the Echo, 67 villages already, so he is doing his job, as he's also trying to reclaim his base with the help of his teammate. And look at that, even actually Teutons coming up from hoiduloi. Since obviously he's seen so much infantry from the Slav, it's making damn good sense. And they are already fully upgraded. Or almost actually, almost fully upgraded. They're going to be missing. Oh no, they are. Sorry. Wait, what?
They're later.
Oh, right. Yeah, of course. Of course. Yeah, because the barracks and stable units are getting the extra armor, not the Teutonics. That would be actually making them ridiculously powerful. So, of course. Yeah, just took a bit longer for me to realize, of course, but nonetheless. There we go. No, and heavy scorpions, that's a also fairly rare unit. You don't see too much. Interestingly, about now, actually like an introduction here, and also that it's maybe not coming, for example, from the Khmer with the double ballista in there. But yeah, this is like a part 2, and we're gonna be definitely needing some siege onagers at this point from the Slav. As I say, now getting already upgrade into the Onis. So we'll see if it's gonna be having enough time, but looking at the castles, probably so. Whereas on the left, there's just a few camels, and the halberdiers from the Korean should be able to handle it. Problem is that here on the left battlefield, we are killing castles one after the other, and we're also gonna be there for blocking possible trade route soon, even though so far it's having quite a nice opening here. But that's also not entirely too far away from where we are. And yeah, well, bombard towers coming forward from FAUSTO. Yeah, that's also gonna be the next thing. And, well, also Imperial Age for the king. And that's not a terrible timing at 42 minutes. Obviously on Black Forest somewhat. But if you're gonna be thinking about normal games, it's really not that tragic at all. It's somewhat okay. Okay, so this is gonna be a very nasty choke point to get through. So they're gonna be maybe actually better advised to just really switch to the right here. And try to maybe get here and block the trade, as we mentioned. Somewhat cut off Pet Star. So far it looks like the right build by hoiduloi together with gggmeuer is apparently doing his job pretty well. Cleaning up all the castles and all the defensive structures, and they really need right now the presence of King in the fight already. He's right now trying to get something. You can see those apparently janissaries, but of course without the further castle it's gonna be complicated, and should be therefore switching into probably just simply hand cannoneers against the Teutonics, and of course the bombards with artillery against the Scorpions until, or kind of like besides even, the siege onagers from the Slav. I think it would be quite a bit nice as well then. We have something else, not entirely yet. Doesn't seem like there's gonna be any kind of interesting switch anywhere, as that's gonna be only not markets. This is actually siege weapons. So it looks like that Effervescente is gonna be trying to help with actually his own siege onagers. He's also getting the upgrade, by the way. But yeah, this is certainly looking quite a bit dangerous. No, and really, right now the Scorpions are going to be quite a bit of a significant reason for that. And of course the fact that they are basically having zero counters to the Teutonics. As of course something like the Condottieros are certainly not the correct unit against that. You need like literally anything that's gonna be shooting any kind of projectiles against that. And it's apparently supposed to be the janissaries. Could be maybe even just a mix, doesn't have to be really only just them. You can understand the impetus, since it's a strong unit, but really just the hand cannoneers are much easier to spam. You needed only the archer range, so yeah, I think it would be quite a bit better idea there for them. Few further camels, halberdiers still on their toes though, or rather heels. No, toes I guess as well. As you can see through the mid, we have killed further castle, and much more importantly, even some further military buildings. Not sure if it was still archer range or whatnot. But whatever, as gain is going to be currently at 35 units. 54 for Meuer, hoiduloi at 32, 51 for Pet Star, so it's going to be about 170, 180 for Switzerland. Whereas for the opponents, for Italy C, we are going to be at actually really low numbers currently. It will be 70, 100, about like 110 only. So actually looks like that maybe it's turning into right now Switzerland's favor. Because they're really just completely cleaning the right side. And while King is still gonna be having 80 villages, he seems like, seems like that he was actually able to run into safety with plenty of them still. No, could be right now leaving at least one place there, or one square that he could be actually going through still. And there we go. There are gonna be some siege onis from the Saracen. Okay, so let's see how much he's gonna be able to do with it. Otherwise, last infantry armor for Pet Star on the halberdiers. Getting caravan. Bloodlines. Only now actually getting bloodlines, Zümftig? Oh well. I guess he didn't have the stable yet, and bit of a friendly fire. Was it friendly fire though? Or was it just like a clump and the scorpions? Looked like a bit of a friendly fire maybe. I think it most probably was in there. Okay, just gonna want to be right about now, waiting for maybe some kind of big hits here that could be coming up, and especially kind of looking forward if they will be. As you can see right now, Scorpions of course being cautious and waiting until maybe that is gonna be somewhat handled and dealt with. No, yeah, unfortunately right now Effervescente is not doing a good enough job in protecting his own teammate, or rather kind of like not hitting his teammate. Okay, gonna be some decent shots hopefully here into the Teutonics. Yeah, definitely so. He's actually mauling them fairly well with the Onis. And now the Janissaries could be hopefully helping out well enough. So this is kind of okay. Don't think this is really all that terrible result, as right now of course the Scorpions, it's gonna be a bit of a different story if they're gonna be able to do anything at all. But you can see actually plenty villages dead here from the purple raiding from a bit earlier. Now he's right now doing what he can, but they still having a bit of a problem breaking through, and the bombard towers seem certainly like a valid idea. Though, look at right about now the counterplay on the left, as they are trying to cut through into the middle of the enemy territory. So you're gonna be reaching 50 minutes here on the Black Forest. Then, what do we have actually? Oh, we still haven't gotten into Scorpions yet. It's through the bottom. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Look at that. And that's still... He actually... Jesus Christ, King. He actually opened the gates, or kind of like the walls, so that he can be going through with the villages, but he never plugged it. Currently, not like it's kind of making the much difference, as you can see. You know, with a fortified wall, for example, but still. It's kind of funny. It is kind of funny, and we don't entirely seem to be having any kind of extra attacks or push-throughs, like through the forest or anything. We seem to be just going through the choke points and the sides for like a direct result. 2 men so for the Turk, then crop rotation for Plissken, that means for the Slav. So I'm gonna be currently the upgrades is also siege on edges apparently for hoiduloi. Okay, excellent hits. Not many are gonna be right about now making it through, but we need to be increasing the number of yeah. Right now the Janissaries. I was going to say even when he was still having them all alive, but yeah, it was an excellent shot. Oh, no, Jesus Christ, that could have been also a lot worse actually. For Celtica, right about now, no. For Celtica, we should be having right now the Celts on the other side, of course, but nonetheless. For the Slavs, we don't entirely have anything extra on them. And this is actually the Saracen even. Saracen siege weapons, they are also having something, right? Yeah, they're having the Bangonel line on the plus attack on the counterweights. So that's also something that helps. But the hit points were sufficient enough so that Meuer cannot be killing all of them at once. But right now, he's gonna be cleaning it anyway. So, good job on that, in the end. As you can see right now through the bottom, we didn't entirely get too far. Plenty halberdiers to fix the rams, and even some further on edges as well. And as you can see through the middle, we are therefore not entirely able to get through as far as Pet Star goes, even though he's at least not going to be basically prisoner in his base. Whereas through the middle, we are, though getting actually somewhere, but it doesn't seem like that it's going to be entirely too quick. And like too powerful. The bombard towers are gonna be currently the biggest problem here to in any kind of way deal with. As you can see right now, the economies therefore seem fairly similar. A bit better for right now the Italians. Yeah, having some high numbers in there. They also popped, so maybe could be thinking about a bit lower echo for a moment here and there. But nonetheless the numbers are okay for both teams and fairly similar. And let's maybe kind of switch around the players. Currently Elefante is he is the Saracen. He's actually heading into archer upgrades. Maybe it's gonna be only for the castle. You need to be free in the trade. Not entirely certain. But he's upgrading that for if maybe he's trying to get, I don't know, possibly even something else, like, I don't know, really, could be getting archers, castles, It's the only reason where he could be and why he could be actually getting that. But currently actually this push is fairly nice and working damn well currently for the Italians. And something like this, Swiss are having quite serious problems with it, at least for the time being. So you're gonna be all the way to the top side. Already apparently cleaning up as well the blue base from actually behind. So he kinda got there through here. And well, that's actually a nasty cleanup. Because you can see Penstar is gonna be, or the Pet Star is gonna be dropping to 74 villages. It was like 20 in the last about 2 minutes or whatnot. No, and that's gonna be of course putting quite a bit of a stop to his possible attempt to break through into orange or purple base. Basically like full stop. No, yeah, I'm thinking that at this point it's gonna be unfortunately not entirely too helpful in the game. Plenty also idle time in there with a few villages working in seclusion. But yeah, the mid definitely looks good for the Italians. But the problem is that all the way to the bottom it's also looking somewhat promising for right now the Switzerland here, but apparently not as quick and not as damn well. No, so you're gonna be having still some opportunity to hold the opponent at bay. That's a lot of Teutonics right now fighting. There is a serious amount of Teutonic Knights currently here. And finally we're gonna be having the Turk. That's what he wanted to be doing in my opinion from the very start. But finally he's gonna be able to get the hand cannoneers and the bombards. So far not having artillery. It's gonna be taking a bit longer before he gets there, but of course, having the hand cannons, it's gonna be an excellent counter to all the enemy Teutonics. And with a bit of a support from the bombards, it's also gonna be blocking possible dangerous onages. Hopefully it's not gonna be getting some nasty random hits here. Or, for example, friendly hits from the purple. Oh no. Oh, last second dodge actually in there. That almost was a direct one. Excellent Oni shot. Excellent, of course, Aitavadna clean up by the hand cannons. Now I'm currently looking at Plissken, how he's also right now moving out. Yeah, this is not looking too bad. Just gonna want to be seen. Maybe some of the onages is not gonna be getting a lucky shot. Because they are definitely quite nice targets. Okay, he's getting way too close. Exactly. Death shot. And suddenly third of them are gonna be gone. That's gonna be another good shot here. And we're waiting possibly for a new one, but that's gonna be, for example, this onager. Oh, and friendly fire. Jesus Christ. No, but nonetheless, it looks like the GG is gonna be there for cold already anyway by Switzerland, and therefore Italy is gonna be in the end overcoming Swiss, and well also overturning the match after losing 0-1, and it's going to be there for victory 2-1 for them and advance into the second round of the qualification. Gorilla decks against Viper and MP. That's apparently gonna be the next round. Oh well. Yeah, that's gonna be a toughie for Italy C, obviously. That it really will be. But let's therefore put in the score. It will be there for 2-1 for Italy C and their victory and advance. Okay then, so let's therefore have a look onto some upgrades and statistics. I don't think I really missed anything here, so I don't want to be rewinding too much. Then we're gonna be making a check in case you could be doing the first game still. To be having everything together, otherwise you'll be doing it somewhere next opportunity, probably Thursday maybe. Not sure, and there will be time. Yep, bombard tower push almost always works. So damn dangerous. And so damn good. Okay, so in the economies, yeah, everybody from Italy in a good spot, 120s to 160s. Obviously, right about now, Pet Star basically just completely eliminated down to 16 villages. All the army is completely dead as well, but it was already a result of the end and like a half a minute still, and not like an insta GG. But nonetheless, let's therefore have a look onto post game and statistics and upgrades. Somebody was missing something. Elefante Effervescente. He's gonna be fully on eco. can see on the infantry, he was full on plenty things. Infantry, cavalry, on the camels rather, and of course the siege weapons. He was having also some treadmill crane into faster. No, military buildings. He wasn't making too many castles and stuff even. Then other pocket is going to be there for Plissken, who's gonna be quite a bit lower. Whoa, not having handcart. Jesus, and it was an 1 hour Black Forest, by the way. Yeah, that's definitely missing bow saw, or the two-man saw, and especially the handcart. He wasn't in the end having the siege weapons, so therefore he didn't need the siege engineers. But yeah, he was going for the onagers just in case. Or maybe just some kind of miscommunication and they just in the end decided it's gonna be Effervescente to go for them. But on Black Forest he usually should be having the resources for that anyway. For the Turk, that was a difficult game, but he still managed to get, for example, two-man saw, and can see good basic upgrades on the food here. And the wood. And the hand cannons, that's what he wanted to be starting with from the very beginning. He didn't have any kind of arch armor yet. But for the Italian, he's gonna be also having excellent echo, missing only crop rotation. Otherwise, infantry well upgraded, and the archers, the AK Genoese crossbowmen as well. And of course, having even the gill nets because of the water. And then on the towers, yeah, well, all the upgrades also in place as they should be. Gill nets also for the Saracen, and on the other side, did actually red that get gill nets? Probably not, right? No. It would have been a bit too much for him, based on his progress and fate in the game. And then we're gonna be having the Celt actually fairly decently upgraded, economically on the siege and whatnot. And the halberdier is not entirely full yet, unfortunately. For Teal, you can see the high amount of wood and food. Haven't even noticed with the other players if they were similar. Great echo, good military upgrades as well. But you can see he was kind of ready with the bloodlines, but obviously doesn't have hussars. I didn't get into paladins in the end. But in the end, it was actually a fairly interesting push against King. But Plissken managed to react properly and not about to get broken through. So well done. Because that looked very dangerous, frankly. Very dangerous indeed as King was broken through. I mean, but he was also doing a good job on delaying, kind of delaying the inevitable for him a bit. And giving his team plenty extra time. The Khmer, good resources as well. Upgrades, missing crop rotation definitely. But otherwise it seems to be somewhat okay. Yes, the Ballista Elephants, bit of an interesting choice of unit. Seem to be working somewhat alright, but it was just simply 2 versus 1 for a too long time against him. So unfortunately Pet Star was having a bit of a problem supplying enough good units there for a moment. But simply it was mostly just good attack by Italy. But it still took a long time anyway. Maybe could have been making some more way through the onagers, some better ones, than just kind of like following through the choke points, but maybe they just kind of enjoy them as well, so the opponents can be getting past them in a kind of way. And the Korean, therefore, missing just a few ups in here, but otherwise somewhat okay. And on the archers, you can see he was missing Thumbring still, and on the halberdiers he was having effectively everything there. Okay, so I guess it's gonna be there for maybe just a moment to also look at some resources for the other players. Doesn't seem like there's too extreme floating. There is an extreme floating, 10,000 for the Saracen. That's a bit too much. Otherwise, Plissken is not having that, of course. The Turk is even managing to float tons of res. But well, we have therefore seen that, and let's therefore have a look into post-game. Looks like you might be able to get the game. Because right now I'm seeing that Patrick Star is uploading the game, so maybe you're gonna be able to get even the first to have it all from this match, but therefore on the economy. So who are we gonna be comparing? Pet Star, maybe? No, probably with Fausto. He was destroyed only at the end, so the comparison with King is not making that much of a sense, I guess, there. Then later, as you can see right now, Fausto therefore best military by far. Even though Effervescente, no. He was probably getting plenty kills on, for example, the Teutonics with the onagers, I guess. You can see right now the score is absolutely brutal for those two. Yeah, the kills are Nasty. Well done. Well done, just good combo by the Italians. No, and right now the Echoes. You can see the slinging somewhat more serious by Naps into King, logically. Apparently also sending a few resources right now to Plissken. Quite a lot of resources to Plissken, apparently. Both Naps and also Effervescente. So they were helping the right side quite a bit. So nice team play therefore. By that, no, and as I mentioned, so therefore Pet Star versus Fausto. It's gonna be like 3000. This is gonna be 24. 24, approximately 23.5, let's say. So it's gonna be 20.5. 22. 22 and 22. So 44,000 resources more. Wow, for Fausto than for Pet Star. That's brutal difference. It's one hell of a good boom. On the other side, King versus gggmeuer should be somewhat similar, I guess, maybe. 11.5, and then we do have 19. So it's gonna be 30.5. 33.5 and 14. That's gonna be 47.5. 47.5 more for gggmeuer than for King. So yeah, it really actually is fairly similar, even though the fate seemed like a lot better for Pet Star from Bean. So I guess maybe King also did pretty well on his rebuilding. Now, and for the pockets, it's gonna maybe a bit harder possibly. But there for Plissken versus hoiduloi, I imagine. That would be there for 3013. 13, about like 10,000 resources more for hoiduloi. 10,000 more for hoiduloi than for Plissken. And the last couple to compare is gonna be Wali Zümftig, and it's gonna be compared with Elefante Effervescente. So it's gonna be like a 10,000, 14. So it's gonna be 24 therefore. 24 and 7. 31, about like 31,000 resources more for Elefante than for Wali Zümftig, which is a bit of a shame. He was having a really good start to boom in there. Didn't utilize though the second pawn, so I'm thinking that could have really helped him a lot. No, but further, nothing probably too important here. King is going to be quite a bit high on the, or low rather, logically on the research count, but as a character, he doesn't even need that much of it in the first place for the units he was going for. Otherwise, Elefante, of course, plenty ups. Same as Fausto, they were switching different types of units and even buildings on top of it. Relics, not entirely too many. 9, of course, for the ballista elephants. But yeah, it's also something that should have been collected a bit earlier for a lot more gold then. Okay, so that's gonna be there for GG. Congratulations therefore to Italy C, represented by the King, OS the King, HSL Plissken, and Naps Fausto with Elefante Effervescente, or Effervescente rather. And also I think in somebody else, but currently I'm just gonna try to remember. Yeah, we're gonna be able to get the first game as well immediately, so that's nice. Also Castori in the previous games that we have seen, so he's gonna be also the one to congratulate on the performance on the Arabia. So good job on advancing and good luck in the second round of Nations Cup 2023 qualification, fighting for further advancement. No, and well, good job by Sicily and C. Those are some good fights and good battles. You're gonna be still seeing right now the first game, and well, that's gonna be there for Bean Pet Star, Wali Zümftig, also from Bean hoiduloi, gggmeuer, and also there were some other players, and that's going to be Pet Star, hoiduloi, Wali Zümftig. Macrobean was playing in the previous game as well. Yep, so good job but they're gonna be therefore playing in right now the Wooden League. Hopefully they're gonna be interested and therefore gonna be having still some chance on further games in Nations Cup 2023, hosted by Hoiduloi, Akkal, enmipho, Paradox 303, and also Walk to Rapture, or the Welcome to Rapture from the Bioshock. Yeah, that's how it is. And also other people helping out, like for example the map scripters, AJFE, T-West, Zetnus, maybe some others, Go Calderon as far as the graphics for the tournament, and also for the admins, for example, for the further leagues, for the bronze and silver. For the silver, that's going to be there for Adiko, Hagi, Agent P97, and Negodrama, with Adiko also helping with there for collecting the funds rather. And Bronze League is gonna be admin by Daisy Chain, Big Wald, Mr. Beaver, and Banstenak 19. So thanks to all of you, all the donators, and of course, especially Hoiduloi for putting in all the work to get everything rolling and going. And thanks also to anybody else who maybe haven't noticed or have forgotten to mention. So sorry for that. Hopefully won't next time. And also thanks to also all the map creators who have even created the maps in the first place that we are utilizing. Those, unfortunately, I legit do not remember, so sorry for that. But GG. So congrats to the winning team have been already said before, when we finish the game live, or the games live rather. So at this point, let's therefore also again thanks to all the involved in Nations Cup again, Hoiduloi for putting it forward all and getting it moving, so great thanks to him. Paradox 303, enmipho, Welcome to Rapture, and Akkal, as well as the main admins, same as the secondary admins for the other leagues. For Silver League, Adiko, Hagi, Agent P97, Negodrama, and for Bronze League, Daisy Chain, Big Wald, Mr. Beaver, and Banstenak 19, thank you guys as well. Adiko also for the Mecherino and therefore collecting the prize pool there. Graphics thanks to Go Calderon, and also others who are the other guys, for example the one who has created the kind of like the tool on the web for creating different Nations Cup logos with different like different colors onto the flags. Hesemi, thank you very much. Hesemi or Heshemi, thank you for your effort. And that's also gonna be some kind of merchandise by Chuptaworks. It looks like Chupta Burger on the Discord, so feel free to also visit that once it's gonna be somewhat more promoted, I guess, because it seems like it's like somewhat official or whatnot for it. I'm not certain right now, but it looks like it's official and the admins know about it, so I'm not sure what's gonna be coming out of it or when it's gonna be announced and whatnot. But nonetheless, thanks as well. Same as thank you to the map scripters who are currently working on fixing the maps, T-West, AJFE, and Zetnus, and of course to all the other creators of the maps that we are using in the tournament. Fortunately, do not know their names, but well, you are hopefully going to be remembered for all times and others, and hopefully mentioned in important places for the tournament as well. So thank you to you. No, so at this point, let's therefore have a look into what is currently going on in the Age of Empires 2 streaming. Of course, feel free to switch elsewhere or do whatever you want with the rest of the evening. And I'm just gonna be randomly looking if there's some interesting stream I know that I could be maybe recommending. Yes, for example, Spring, Slam, streaming, Gabby is taking place in the tournament and taking part in the tournament rather as well. BF Steam games for Slam Jam, no? I guess he's practicing for the tournament. Gonna be probably still plenty people also streaming the Xbox that was released today. I've seen it at least earlier. Yes, OGN for your friend, for you, those of you with French knowledge. And the 105ers tournament seems like there's some kind of stream tournament. If you're interested in some more competitive games. Yeah, some first strategy ever, first after 15 years, plenty of those like that actually around. Ah yeah, plenty streams along those games and days. And along those places here on Twitch. But nonetheless, it's gonna be also Akkal maybe streaming as one of the admins of the tournament, so I guess that's gonna be one of the better recommendations, and otherwise we are already getting into the low numbers, so don't really see anything else here. So I guess that might be somewhat it for the recommendation. So thank you very much for watching. I've been Blackadder at Blackadder's Place. Hope you enjoyed, and there's actually even Edumota playing on Woobley. Wow, okay. That's definitely something to watch. But nonetheless, therefore, I've been Blackadder at Blackadder's Place. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you for stopping by who did randomly stumble upon this forgotten channel and me talking to myself. But hopefully somebody's gonna be finding their enjoyment of that. But it was fun to be watching those games here for Nations Cup by Webecoyotl and Co. Okay, see you later. Tomorrow with Age of Mythology, and Thursday more Nations Cup.